Welcome to the London Youth Express. I am Renata Leuven and I work to set our young people free and to empower them to live productive and happy lives. This year we started to look at the renewal of the education system. There is no way around improving and humanizing and modernizing the education system that we currently have, because it is not working, and it is not working for all children. We need something that is better, that is humane and that is modern. Within this new series we have started looking at the new curriculum, because we need a new curriculum to really bring into our education system and into society the changes that are so urgently required. The future of education is all about change. Now, within the topic of the new curriculum, we have started a new series called Teaching Life Lessons. Because one of the most important questions that we have to ask ourselves is, what should we teach our young people? What do they need to know to be really successful and happy in life, and to be able to discover and to fulfill their highest potential? Today we want to look at one content topic that is so relevant and that is so important, and this is happy relationships. We have already looked at the origin and purpose of man. Why are we on this planet? What is the purpose of being on this planet? We have already looked at how important it is to teach our young people the laws of the spirit, which all successful people apply, either consciously or unconsciously. And today we will look at happy relationships. What we find is that the major problem, and it is really the major problem in our society, is that people, nations and societies are not yet empowered to create happy relationships. And what is a happy relationship? A happy relationship is always based on trust. We need to raise our young people in an environment of positive, life-enhancing and supportive relationships. We have to abolish the whole system of fear. Unfortunately, our current society has been built up on a system that is fear-based. And this is not right, because we are not on this planet to experience fear of any kind, except perhaps the two only inborn fears, which include the fear of falling. But otherwise, we are not really creatures, human beings, who are predisposed to experience fear and to live in a constant state of fear. fear is an issue that we have to address, because when there is fear, there can be no happy relationships, because fear eliminates trust. The question is, why shouldn't we as a humanity, why shouldn't we, the people who go to school, the people who teach to school, why shouldn't we, the people who live on the same street, who live in the same city, who live in one nation, who are neighbors of other nations, why shouldn't we have peace? Why shouldn't we enjoy happiness and happy relationships? What has happened is that structures of fear have been erected in the past. And we could argue they have been erected on purpose, or we could say they have been erected perhaps because people were ignorant, they didn't know any better. Can we all create happy relationships? Is it possible to respect everyone? Is it possible to treat our children good and right and with love and kindness? Is it possible for us to be generous, to be merciful, to be really interested in the people we live with, the people we work with, and the people we go to school with? It is possible. Of course it is possible. Our brains are rewired by every thought that we think. So what has happened over the past generations is that we have all been wired for fear, and we have been wired to live lives which are never on the highest level that we actually could be living on. All our lives today in this generation are so far substandard because of the prevailing existence of fear in our education system, in our workplaces, and everywhere else. And we have to change this. Now, as our brains have been wired for fear, we can also rewire them for happy relationships. We can acquire the skills to get on well with everyone, to stop hating, to stop comparing ourselves with other people, to stop being aggressive, to stop bullying, and to stop hurting and harming other people. We got to get on the right road as a society and as people who are responsible for how our education system is, and as the people who are learning within this education system. We have a society which is filled with divorces, which is filled with people who drink, who take drugs, who are depressed, and who have no life goals, who don't know what their life purpose is, with people who are mean, with people who steal, kill, with people who take advantage of other people, and this is not right. The main objective of every sound education system is to ensure that our young people understand their true worth, that they understand that their worth is absolutely high, that they have to do nothing to become worthful, that they have to do nothing to earn their right to live on this planet. So what we have to do is we have to change the way how teachers interact with children, how parents interact with children, and how society looks at children and at people who are under 18 years of age and also under 25 years of age. We have to remove everything that destroys peace, justice and harmony between the generations. We have to teach our children how important it is that they accept and love themselves, and that they accept all the other people who are living on this planet at this time. We have to understand that we are a society. We are a unity of people who are going through this experience of living on this planet at this time. And it's not about just some individuals being successful and being superstars and making lots of money. It is about every child. It is about every human being. It is about society as a whole. Every one of us emanates energy, and this energy is either positive or negative. There is no thing in between. What has happened, because we allowed fear to enter our minds and our emotions and our society and our education system, is that we have all been polarized for negative energy. And this has to change. We have to make life and education and interacting with other people fun. We have to make it an experience of inspiration, because if we come to the point where every one of us is positively wired, where we all emanate positive energy, where we embrace life, where we embrace ourselves in society, and where we live purpose-driven lives, then we are constantly inspired, because we get new thoughts, we get thoughts which we haven't thought before, which make us happy. And because we are inspired and we come and meet other people who are also inspired, they get inspired by us and we get inspired by them. And this is how relationships should work. When the relationships are right, we inspire each other. We are happy when we are together, and we build each other up, and we are in a good mood, and we get even more energy, because positive energy make our whole constitution stronger and healthier, and our lives better. So we should not feel fear and dread and disappointment and hatred and low self-esteem in the presence of anyone. We have to understand that we are on the verge of a completely new society, a completely new humanity, and a completely new age in the history of mankind. Things cannot and will not stay as they are. And more people are awakening to the truth that it is so much better to invest time, thought, and personal development work to create happy relationships, to make sure they interact in a just and positive and respectful and open way with everyone else, than just remaining like they are. Happy relationships must be taught to all children around the world, and the topic of happy relationships, how to create them, how to maintain them, how to really realize our true self-worth, and how wonderful and beautiful every one of us actually is, must be taught in every institution of education, whether it be schools, public schools, private schools, free schools, home schools, everywhere. We need to raise a generation that is able to create positive relationships and that is committed to positive relationships, to peace, justice, happiness, equality of this society, and which is committed to the advancement and real prosperity of humanity as a whole.